We're getting snow, probably about 3 inches so far, but it's light and fluffy, so it's not clubbering, you know. Yeah.
You're talking about snow?
Yes.
It's snowing here too.
What was that?
It's snowing here too.
Oh.
It's raining here. No surprise.
Oh well. So I have so I put together a proposed agenda, which is pretty, the basic stuff that we always go through. Let me put a link on the channel there for that. Are you doing Slack as well on your phone, Susanna? So you can see this stuff?
I'm not on my phone.
Oh, you're not on your phone?
No. The internet is from my phone.
I see. Okay. So anyway, I thought that since you're time limited, we would start with you are Susanna. So we would start with.
Anything is fine.
Well, there's so many messages going back and forth. I can't figure who's available till when or what. So maybe we should just establish that I'm available.
I'll be in the car for an hour or so.
Okay, so you can look at your UI designs and stuff as we discuss it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go see what the people said too. Yes.
So anyway, comments welcome, but I thought we'd start with the UI design review. And then of course we just do our standard review stories, both finished and accepted or whatever, as well as outstanding stuff. And that's about it as far as I know.
Okay.
Anything else we need to talk? Do we need to cover anything else? Okay, so let's start with the user designs. I guess Slack is the best place to see those, right? I don't think they've been posted anyplace else.
No.
So Ashley, do you want to go? Who wants to go first in terms of comments on that? A little background noisy there, Susanna.
There are three more people in the car.
I see. Okay, no problem. I'll just.
I think she muted herself for now.
Okay, so let me bring up. Okay, so say that again, Patrick. We're going through the pivotal tracker stuff.
Well, I thought we'd first go through the UI design.
Okay.
Because I thought Susanna was going to be limited in time to get that out of the way, but she's not. But we might as well do that anyway.
Yeah, Susanna says she's not going to be limited.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, in the car. Okay. So I was unclear about why me. You just wanted my comments first? We were just going around.
Your comments.
Okay. I guess I was just thinking, when you search for something on Google and it brings up a map and then the list of places that correspond to the map.
On the left-hand side?
Yeah, so that's just kind of what I had in my head. Susanna's comment, whether or not the map search and the text box search are have to be connected or are always connected or whatever, that's all fine too. I think I was just trying to figure out you had more things on the screen so that the map didn't take up all that space, that you could just see them together, the search filters, the search box, and the map. I said I'm happy, that's my input, and I think that Susanna will come up with some good alternatives and we'll get feedback, and that will be fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And regarding the people, the actual members whose pins will be on the map, they preferred number 2, like the middle one with the map sort of boxed in with the content.
Number 2. So we're actually going to be showing locations of people, not just company. I guess companies don't have locations.
Well, yes, the companies.
Just the companies. Okay.
But the people are the companies. You know.
So they preferred number 2?
The middle one, yeah.
So that's unpassive something.
What was the rationale for preferring number 2 versus number 3, or the last one?
One person preferred the overlay map, but it needs to be super easy to find it for the users. So, and then 3 people preferred number 2.
So number 2, which doesn't have a choose category box there overlaid on the map, is that the distinction?
No, there are many differences between them, but yes, that's one of them.
Well, so what's the other? What are the other differences between the 2? Because that's the only one I could see. Other than the fact,
one takes up 100% of the browser space. The other one is within the layout of the site. And the third is an overlay, its own layer on top of the rest of the site.
Okay, I don't remember. I don't get the distinction between second and third then clearly, because they're both showing half the page.
Which is the second and third? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going. The first one you posted is number 1. The last one you posted is number 3. That's how I'm numbering these.
Okay, so the first one I posted is the one called Egen Pop-Up, right?
Yes.
Let's. I made it as a pinned item, so yeah. Oh, I could only make it. Never mind.
So in chat, I'm labeling them.
Okay. So the one called Egen Pop-Up is an overlay. So it's a layer on top of the site itself.
Yep.
You click it and it opens a modal with the map and a search box or whatever. And the modal can be closed, and then the results should be listed. Like the pins should correspond to what you see on the site when you close the modal.
Yep.
And the middle one is a map, 100% of the white part of the site, so that when it sort of adapts with the width of the white part of the site. It's hideable, and it's searchable with the same search function as the other. Like the list and the map is searchable with the same controls. So there aren't any special map search controls in that idea.
Yep.
And then the third item here, which is the first one I did, is a map of 100% width, like the slow food from Craft Academy variant. And there I just did a box so that for graphical purposes. And this box is intended to select perhaps categories, like company categories. Show only this type of businesses on the map.
Okay, and now that helps. I didn't even notice the width difference between 2 and 3, so now I see it. And so what was the consensus from the people you showed this to?
They preferred the number 2, like the middle one.
They did.
One person preferred the overlay because she liked to see a big map and zoom in and zoom out and stuff. So I guess there could be a button to make the map full screen, so we could have both the middle one and the top one. I mean, they're not
right.
They're not exclusive.
Yep.
allt som hände där.
Okay. Number 2 works fine. Sure.
Men det som slutet nu på den.
Yeah. So
Skulle börja på terror från dig.
start with that.
Ja, visst gjorde det. Jag tror
Yep.
de kommer göra det, men
Okay. So,
Okay, so you're just summing up our consensus there. Ashley, is that what you're saying?
right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I agree. Let's go with number 2 and riff off of that once we get that in place, based upon feedback.
Great. Okay. So
Susanna? Mhm.
Patrick, you
Go ahead, Ashley.
some tasks to put into Pivotal Tracker
Oh yeah.
for
So
this.
I don't know if we do anything now or we just wait till we have. Actually, we've had a client review. Susanna did that. We're going to go with that, to your point, Ashley. So how do we break this up into tasks? So let's see.
I don't know. So maybe
We
Susanna,
have
Cut
things for the map in the pivotal tracker. I just did the pictures for fun.
well,
I'm
for
wondering-
feedback.
Mhm. So I'm wondering if there's a way we can. So you have a story, I guess, that says build a map, right, or something like that. Pretty basic.
I don't. Well, the
The stories need to be rewritten, and I probably was supposed to do that before today, or no, before tomorrow. So I have today to do it.
Okay.
yeah, just make a cut,
Mhm.
add it. Yeah, keep her funny. I think it should be an epic, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just
It is an epic.
right, and then we'll add tasks or refine them as we go forward.
Yeah, I attempted to do a breakdown based upon building the third option, but anyway, I think the key
Similar.
thing is, yeah, something like that would be useful so we can get started with something accessible rather than do an epic all at once.
Ashley style. Let's avoid that.
Style?
I'll do
Oh.
one big. So let's avoid that.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're forced into that, right? Sometimes you need all the pieces for any one piece to actually work. I'm familiar with that, but yeah, if possible.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Okay, good. All right, so I guess we're going to that. So, Ashley, Susanna, you've got the action item, I guess, to write those stories within the epic.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's see now. What else do we have to talk about? I guess we can go to Pivotal Tracker and look at Sprint 7, which is quickly diminishing in terms of available stories, right? So anyway, I've got it in front of me. Do you guys just want to go top to bottom? I think maybe that's a good way to do this. So what I'm looking at the top has, go ahead, Ashley.
Yeah, or I can share my screen or whatever.
Yeah, you want to share your screen? That'd be great.
All right, let's see if I can.
If not, I can do it.
Yeah, why don't you do it? I'm not.
If you're not set up real.
Have
Okay, yeah, no problem. So there we are. Is everything viewable now?
Yep, me.
Okay, okay. Susanna?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll just open the first one here, which I'm not familiar with. Somebody who knows what this is, could you explain what this is?
It was just translation.
Just translation stuff.
None of the tasks are completed.
Come off.
I'll do that. Well, magically, Ashley, is this accurate? Did you do a PR yet? Okay, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay.
Uh,
All right. So
44. I've started putting numbers in front I saw you had done that, Patrick, and I think that's super helpful.
Put the what in front? Sorry.
The GitHub PR number, once you have one.
We
at
decided
the
at some point to do that.
Yeah,
It was my idea.
beginning. Okay, then great, Susanna. You get the gold star. That is a really great idea.
So has that already been merged? Looks like it's not. Looks like it might have been merged already, huh?
Yeah. So that is 144. And I think Susanna reviewed it and
There it is. It's already closed.
yeah.
Okay. So we're going to finish that one. Let's see. Add pagination to company's view. So we decide if we're ready for delivery, which means ready for client review. Are we okay on that one? Pagination? Can you guys still hear me?
I don't see a number on it, so I don't know where to look.
It's. You
Yes,
see the number?
but the PR.
With the PR number,
Yeah. Okay.
GitHub.
Right. So I think that's actually. Did we already? Yeah. Here we go. 146. It's already been closed.
Okay.
So we're good on that one then. That's ready for client review. Production error. Where are we with that one? I think you've got that, Ashley.
Yeah. So I'm actually working on that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm
So we
working.
just leave it as is in production. Okay.
So
And-
hopefully today or so I'll have it ready to be reviewed.
Okay. And can your DigitalOcean be used to test deployment? What's the status of that one, Ashley?
So I don't. We might need to be able to do this. Close this. Important are able to that we have the deployment configure process documented so we understand what happens, and that we are able to get a backup or get a copy of the logs in the database from the. I think those are more important tasks. Sure, we think we need to be able to create a staging one for testing or something. We could do that.
Okay. So we should finish this then or close it?
I'm good with closing this.
Okay. So of course we can only finish really, which is the same. Do you want me to make a note here or do you need that?
Or you can
Actually, you've already made this note here, which is what you
yeah,
just said.
I just did that, I think, yesterday. So close it.
Yeah, let's do that then. Okay, good. So we're finished with that. Document deployment. So this is the draft doc that you put up on. You've got a PR for that on the wiki. And
Yeah.
I looked at it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, let's keep that open because I have more I can add to that as I'm learning more.
Okay, perfect. All right. Missing translations, business categories. So this is just another translation thing.
Right.
Assuming it's already been merged. Is that right? 145? Let's check that out real quick. Perhaps not.
I'm not sure.
It hasn't been merged yet.
Nope.
Is there something,
Oh,
just a review being waited on, or was it something that had to happen?
It was that piece
one more
of code.
thing. Right. No,
This
this
thing
is
here.
No, that's not that one.
That's not that one?
I'll have it finished up in just
It's
a
just
little
two
while,
words.
but not done yet.
So not done yet. Okay. So that stays as is. Applicant uploads too large a file. I think there's a PR in place for that right now.
Yeah, that's the one with the piece of code, right?
Right. Yeah. So I'll update that.
Yeah,
Not
so
also, but
thanks for not taking, I hesitate to put those kind of comments and put
No.
reviews because written, it may come across as being an arrogant prick,
I
as opposed to discussion, which is what I prefer.
So my
Go ahead.
view is don't hesitate at all. I know you're not an arrogant SOB. And to me, that's how I learn. You know, that's how we all learn. So I think that's great.
Good, me too. I feel the same way. Okay, thanks. Okay, so we're good on that. We are not yet done with that. So links to files do not have target equals blank.
Right.
Has that been PR'd yet? I think it must be.
Yeah, see the 147 there?
Yeah, no, I know. I just didn't. So if I go back here,
Oh, you mean if it's merged?
I will find it right there. Yeah, so it's been closed. So we're merged. Yeah, I did say PR, didn't I? I meant to say merged. Thanks for catching that. So that's ready for client review. Retain visibility of company search form with searches performed. I'm pretty sure that has been merged. Yeah. Let's see. Retain visibility of. Yeah, actually, that went in with the pagination one. So that was part of the same PR.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we can call that done. That's in the code now. Remove no longer used columns and methods. That's been merged in.
Yep.
That was removing a couple of fields. Okay, so we're good on that one. Production, region on listing by category. Looks like another one you've got, Ashley.
Yeah, that was
merged in?
Yep.
Okay, so we've got that client needs a review. Region on listing by category. Yeah, of course. Okay, and then this one sounds like, is this still in play, the get copies of system logs, archive logs? Ashley?
So, yeah, so I was able to, and I think we just need to figure out where do we want to keep this for right now. Any thoughts?
When you say keep this, are you talking about the information that you've developed?
Yeah,
or
so it's a
the how
it's the production log.
Oh, this one. Yeah, gotcha. This business.
I put in another task for the future into Pivotal Tracker about, you know, setting up log rotation and copying them off somewhere. But until we do that, just need to know what should we do with this. It's big. It's like 224 meg.
Oh, how big can the production log get on the production site?
Well, until you run out of space. So that's why, you know, log rotation is setting up an automated schedule, and it's pretty it's really straightforward. It's just a Unix, typical Unix thing. You just say every week, make a copy, you know, rename it, probably zip it, compress it, going, so you don't run out of space, and so you don't get one big giant log. You get them broken up by week or day or month, whatever, however you set it up.
If we don't do it, will the log just be overwritten?
No, it just keeps growing
Until we get some kind of an error and our app stops or something?
It just keeps growing. So I'll tell you what. Take what we have and compress it, because, you know, it's just a big text file. Do you guys both about when I say the production log?
Are you talking about the log put out by Rails
Yes.
to the console? Yeah.
Right. And Susanna just posted in the chat. Yeah, so it's the Rails production log. So it's all text. It will compress down.
Yeah.
Break it up, and I'll just put it into the GitHub you know, under docs or something right now, just so that you guys can look at it and have a feel for it?
Yeah, sure. I'm just wondering, do we need this? Do we need to do this?
Well, it's good for right now. Maybe not. Maybe it's just sufficient that I have it. And then with the next chore, I'm trying to look it up in Pivotal Tracker, we can get more fun. So, okay, yeah, I'm good with that. But thing is, we can close this one.
Okay. Do you want me to add any text regarding resolution of this?
Yeah, just why don't you just add, Ashley has the downloaded production log.
Mm-hmm.
And I just posted the link to the next chore that really deals with the rotation. So maybe just say, you know, C number
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
139443631.
44330. What was that? 139,443.
It's in the Google chat.
I have to go over here then.
In your,
139,443631.
yeah,
Should probably put a link in there too.
forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. I'll just put a text in for now, so at least we got it.
Perfect.
443,631.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I could have done that on.
No problem. So we'll just call that done, I guess, at this point,
Done.
right? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Done, diddly done. Okay, translations missing companies list. Let's see, that's the one I just put in yesterday, isn't it? I believe so.
Yeah,
Yep.
I put that in, and I think you just took care of it.
Yeah, so I think that has been merged, in fact, so we're good on that.
So with that one,
Yeah.
so I just want to put a plug in. I have a chore in Pivotal Tracker somewhere about getting the missing translation into, you know, the task that does all the testing checks.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So when we set up our next tasks, that's a quick one.
So I noticed that I18N-tasks gem is not in our gem file. And I did put it in there. And that allowed me to actually run the tasks, of course. But then when I posted it, the CI test complained about the version of the parser. So when I put that in, it actually advanced the parser gem, which is used internally, to another version. And then Semaphore complained about that, saying it's incompatible with the version of Ruby that they're using, or something like that. So I ended up taking that gem out of the gem file, just to
I saw you put it in and took it out. So yeah, well, we'll figure that out one way or the other with the later chore for that. But interesting.
Yeah, it would be good to be part of the CI test for sure. Okay, so we can deliver that then. And I think that's it in terms of what we've been working on. Refactor features Epic. It's that one here, sorry. Oh, that's just a general statement of collect things into epics if needed. Okay. Not exactly actionable right now, huh? So maybe what we want to do is look at our backlog, see if we can move things into Sprint 7 since we have another whole week to go.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah, okay. So add pagination to, okay, that's not what I want. Did I do the wrong thing? Anyway, those are still showing up. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Susanna. Yeah.
I haven't developed to production yet. From the things that the client approved last client meeting.
Yeah.
So it will be very tricky for me to deploy it now without the things that are currently developed that the client hasn't approved yet.
Oh, yes.
So
Mhm.
I was thinking if we could do some sort of quick approval that I send her the link and she checks it, and if it's okay, I do the thing for that.
I'm
One or
okay
two
with that.
small things.
Yeah, they're small, so
Ashley, kind of breaking up there?
yeah, sorry. That makes sense to me. They're small things, so I think that's good.
So, all of the things that we're talking about here, so these 4 things.
Right, Susanna?
Actually,
Well,
Susan,
yes, everything that is undeveloped will be in production when I press the button. So yes, everything that is merged.
yeah, no, I get that. I guess if we knew, I mean, we should really merge right after the client meeting so that we don't have this
Yes.
problem, right?
But there was some words I didn't want to wait for, or I wanted to wait for. That's what
Yeah, gotcha.
there were some words I wanted to wait for. Yeah. Or we could see when Ulrika has time next sooner than the planned meeting.
Or
If you want.
what was that latter? What was that last one, Susanna?
We can see when she has time sooner than planned. Or when is the next client meeting? It's the 14th or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, when is it? I think we've got, actually, no, it's the February
Yeah,
23rd.
23rd.
It's quite
too
out
far
there.
away.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's not going to necessarily work for us.
So if she has a moment this weekend, maybe.
So this one, look to files don't have target. That's not something she needs to be demoed.
Only the pagination one.
This is, yeah, that's the only one that really has, and I'd like to get her, she may say, oh, I hate this, rip pagination out. You know, it'd be good to, and that's where we need to have a discussion with her and to point out why some of us think pagination works well. And we can talk about setting the number of records to be shown in pagination in a subsequent story, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd rather have a very short meeting with her, and maybe we just focus on one, or after we finish, we'll have this. She didn't care about that. That's just fixing a bug. We may have other things in there that we want to talk to her by the time we get to that meeting, but I'd rather talk to her about that, even if it's 15 minutes. So I guess we should just queue these up until she's ready to talk to us, huh?
She's online now, and we have another meeting in 2 hours. So I just asked her if she has 20 minutes this weekend or soonish. And then we can see what she says.
Yeah. Do you actually physically see her sometimes during your week, Susanna?
No, she lives in another place. But I'm going to visit her so my dog can play with her dog. They're both young and very playful.
Well, I'm just thinking that if you can connect with her either online or physically and just do it really quickly, we don't have to have a formal meeting with all 4 of us in attendance, I don't think. But just to explain.
That was my first idea.
Yeah.
Which was denied.
Well, I think
for 50% denied.
getting to it, catching up with you. So Patrick, Susanna and Ulrika can just go over it themselves, give the feedback later. That would be okay?
Yeah, I think so. Susanna, don't be too prejudiced in how you explain pagination. I know you don't like it, but there are benefits to it. So I just, to me, my bugaboo is just, I want one screen that I don't have to scroll down and I can do my work there. That's, to me, the best user experience, but other people have different opinions. So. Okay, yeah, that'd be good if you, Susanna, if you can connect up with her and go through it.
I'll be totally neutral in my
Okay, good.
objective and stuff.
How you discuss it. Okay, excellent. So in our backlog, is this all we have in our backlog now? I guess so.
Yeah. So we need to, so
We definitely need those mapping
Yes.
stories, but we'll have those after today, of course, which is good.
Yeah.
We can start on that. Ashley, you were saying?
so I said in Slack, I'd like to focus on the sysadmin tasks. Me. So it's the log rotation and backups, production stuff documented.
Okay.
And if the two of you can focus on, that's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, that was easy.
So I can work on rendition 1 of the categories, which just added to the production code in the same column. And I think if somebody has some different ideas to mock up for how to, this is the showing
Yes.
all the categories. Yep.
Right.
That'd be cool. And so that's kind of probably my next thing. And then one of us can take the admin being able to change password. I don't know if we can get that in the Sprint 7, but that might be nice.
Right.
And then we'll have a map story or two to attack too pretty soon.
Great.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and if you guys don't mind, I want to move this into Sprint 7, right?
Yeah.
And of course we should vote on it here. We could just do a verbal vote because I think it'd be awkward for Susanna as well.
Okay.
So this is the story to put all the categories in one row, which is the single row for the company. Each category comprises a new line in the row, so visually you can scan it quickly and see the categories each company is associated with. And that's pretty much it. So,
But will the company name be listed several times, or will it be one big line?
the company name will be listed once, the region
Okay,
shown
good.
once, etc. City shown once, or whatever else is on that form. I forget.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I think this is verbally. I'll just go out there and I'll state that I think maybe this would be about a 2-point thing. What do you guys think?
Agree.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go with the 2 point.
All right, and then the rendition 2. Sorry?
Such an agreeable meeting.
Yeah. Something's wrong. We need to argue more. So
Maybe
this
I
one
don't have a,
don't have a what?
maybe I need more coffee.
Yeah. Clearly.
Absolutely. Well, we all need more coffee. That goes without saying. You live in Seattle, for God's sake.
Hey,
You always need more coffee.
that's
You live
right.
in the coffee center of the universe. Okay, so
Except
this.
for Italy.
Oh, cappuccino in Italy and Rome.
Yeah.
That's so. Anyway, this is rendition
North
2.
of-
This is. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go.
This is not necessarily. This doesn't have to be live code. Although, I would suggest if somebody's ambitious enough, mock it up using real HTML and a real record to see if we can actually do what we propose to do. But anyway, it could just be a visual mock-up if needed.
I don't understand the difference.
Well, a visual mockup, you could just put static HTML in there to show something.
Yeah. But I don't know the difference between number 1 and number 2. What's the difference between this one and the one we just voted on?
We had two ideas on how to show multiple categories on a company. One was we have one row per company, and in the categories we have categories listed, as we talked about for rendition 1. For rendition 2, I think somebody had the idea of we have one row for the company, the primary row, and underneath we have a sub row or something. That shows categories.
So that's the difference between them.
That was what I understood the alternative to be, which
Okay.
I think will not be. Anyway, I'll shut up. But so that's that. So again,
then it should be the same amount of points because it's the same work, just differently.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it using real production code and add to it, I think that would be the best way to do it.
Agree.
Okay, so we'll give that 2 points. Then. All right, great. Perfect. All right, now we've got that. Actually, did I move that to?
It just does that itself.
Just need to move it to sprint 7. And if we're ambitious, should we throw in changing the password?
I like to first vote on the backups of production data.
Where is that, Ashley?
And Icebox probably.
Yeah, let me add it to sprint 7 and then
Okay.
it's there.
Where
am I? Where am I?
You're not looking at sprint 7, you're looking at current backlog.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you. Let's see. Sprint 7. Where's sprint 7? Okay, good. Kill that. So kill that too.
Scroll down.
There.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Okay.
So so I put some comments in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a let me go back.
I have the
Probably,
S3 account.
Yeah, 1, but it backup gem, it'll be a 1. You need to use the Postgres gem and use that backup. I think the only thing that's hard is just dealing with the logistics, testing that it does actually get backed up, like to Amazon or wherever we want to put the backups. So I would bump it up to a 2.
I would agree. I don't think this is a 1. There's a lot of, and none of it's rocket science, but there's a lot of little pieces that have to be looked at.
Yeah.
I concur.
Okay. Excellent.
Come on, somebody.
No arguments. It's a boring meeting, huh?
I know. I'll be asking you.
Check
once
the
I
Icebox too, see if there's anything important we have forgotten.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Check the Icebox too, see if there's anything important we have forgotten.
Okay. Let's see. Production.
Some translations.
DB recreate. Oh yeah, this one here. I added that. So, yesterday I think. So the current DB recreate.
I looked in the Icebox with translations. Should we add those to sprint 7?
Which one now?
So, membership status changes. I think Let me add that so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that might. It's hard for me to pick it out of here.
The little ladybugs are bugs.
Is it this one here that you just changed?
And then there's one below.
So that's a.
I just added them.
That definitely sounds like a Sprint 7. Oh, you did Sprint 7. Okay, excellent. They're already in Sprint 7. Oh, good.
Okay.
I'm going to put this DB recreate task thing in Sprint 7 as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, then we should have enough. I guess we can leave the admin recovering a user password out of Sprint 7 now until, and if we run out of things to do, and we can pull it in if needed.
Should
But I
that,
think we have enough now, huh?
just thinking ahead a little bit on that tasks,
Mhm.
admin should see. Oh, wait, which one were you talking about? See all users? Or
No, it's in
password?
backlog. Yeah, it's go back to that. It is. What is it? This one here, Ashley, where the admin can manually change a password for a user.
Before
So-
that one can be done, the admin has to see the user.
Right. So users is easy, but there's just a few pieces to it. If we wanted to go ahead and vote on that so that it would be easy for somebody to take if they needed or wanted.
Well, and what was that comment about an admin needs to see a user in order to be able to change the password? What does that mean?
Well, admin can't access users at the moment in the system. There's at least no graphical way to do it.
I didn't know that.
Right, there's no view for that.
Ah. Well, don't we need to do that first then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first step.
What was that, Ashley?
Just agreed.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
The icebox, Patrick.
It's in the icebox?
Yeah. If you
Oh,
have
good.
that open also.
Yeah, I just get not much real estate to see all that stuff. So, let's see, do you remember
The
what?
one below. Admin should see all users in the system.
Ah, beautiful. Okay, so we definitely should. Why don't we, as a stretch, add this to Sprint 7 then? Is that okay? And if we don't get to it, we don't get to it. But clearly that's got to be done before we do the password thing, right?
Right. And voting,
So that I know who has created login credentials. Okay. So I know who's created, but maybe haven't created them. Okay, get that. So we got to figure out where it goes. I don't think there's a menu. Is there a menu thing we would hang this off of? A menu item? So we'd have to add a menu item, right?
yes.
So we need to do that little on that JavaScript driven menu thing. And then we have to build a view
Right.
and test.
Three tab view test.
Um, anything else?
That's the next Swedish phrase we need to learn.
I think that what's Hellstrom, that last name, I think that means test the hell out of things, from what I can tell. Okay, so what voting?
It's actually
Sorry?
ström is actually current, like electrical current or a stream of water.
Ah, okay. Stream, yeah, that makes sense.
The piss out of it.
Test the what?
Never mind.
Okay, I think I know. I get the gist of it. So, I guess we can vote then, huh?
Great.
Who wants to go first? Jump in the pool first.
Yes.
I
I'll
would.
say
I would.
two,
Two.
because there's
I
a
would-
couple things to do.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
They're really easy.
Susanna? Maybe she's hit
I
it.
didn't. Are you there, Susanna?
I'm here. I just got an SHF business thing that I had to do, but I'm here.
So we're voting on this story where we add visibility
Okay,
to the
okay.
users.
Yes. Okay. Add too many build view. Test the hell out of it. Well, yes. So you're saying the functionality is already there. It's only to implement it.
Yeah, that's all UI.
Yeah, it's a standard view. Nothing really. I don't think anything complicated there.
Okay.
I
Then
guess
I'm ready.
the view itself, we can. If we're adding a view of to users, maybe it defaults to sorting the view by user last name. We're not talking about adding search on users or anything like that, or pagination. If we do that, that'd be subsequent story.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was just thinking about if you had to. I don't know. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So is two good? We all.
Susanna.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right, we got that in Sprint 7 now. We probably have enough on Sprint 7, I think. What do you guys think?
It's enough.
Yeah, I think we have a pretty good queue now. Much better than we had before. Okay, excellent. So the only other thing that I had was that the next client meeting standard right now is February 23rd. And I think we ended up with 1930 UTC, right, as the time? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Look at this.
But I have been thinking that Sweden is UTC +1, but apparently we're UTC +2.
Oh.
So it's probably 1830 UTC, 8:30 Swedish time.
Okay. That's good to know.
It's fine with me. So
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Similarly for our Friday meetings, we're really talking 1830. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then actually, Susanna, if you can connect up with the client on that one story,
Yes.
and then once.
No, not today, but some other day. Yes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course, the train doesn't slow down. We'll continue to build stories and merge them.
Yes, yes.
In the meantime. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I've got. Anybody else have anything we should discuss?
one small thing. Meeting with one of my friends. She's going through a Ruby on Rails boot camp.
Uh-huh.
So a dog owner, dog lover. In this project, I don't know if she has time to join, but maybe. We'll see. We'll see if we have somebody else to join in.
Yay.
Yeah, so actually that's a good idea. So do you think we could take on additional people now? If people are interested in that?
Yeah, I think we have good structure and process. And plus I would be hand-holding her since she's just, I mean, she's my age. She's been around the block and worked, but just stuff is newer to her.
So I participate in the, what the heck is it called? The Martin Fowler Scrum in the morning, my time. 6:30, be 3:30 your time, actually. But anyway, sometimes we have, yeah, not Bible free, but we have new people show up, etc. And I had been holding off on trying to steer anybody who's looking for Ruby and Rails work to this project until we had structure and process in place. I think we're there now. So if it makes sense and people are interested in doing more on a real project with a real client, which is a really attractive part of this project, right?
Yes.
then I will maybe start doing that. We don't want to flood up people because we're going slow and building this organically out, and an army of people would just be too much activity. We couldn't. I don't think the client would keep up with it.
Right.
But I'll keep that in mind then, as I find eager people who want to work on a real project in this space.
Yes, there are so many people in our channel compared to how many are active.
Oh, you mean there's a lot of people who've subscribed to our channel or become members? Yeah,
Yes.
that always happens. And then they just go dormant forever, right? So why bother? I think they do that just to listen in a little bit and check it out. And then the percentage of people who actually get active is pretty small, typically. Yeah. All right, cool, good. Well, why don't we tack on a React front end, and we'll get everybody who's interested in learning the JavaScript framework du jour to join the project. Make it really complex technology. Yeah, so anyway, not a good idea.
I don't know. I can't comment.
Well, I think it's good. And when you write the story or the epic, Susanna, you maybe have already done this. Make sure we have a link to the slow food app that you did as an example. And
Yes,
also
yes.
a link to your GitHub code for that, so we can kind of steal some ideas of how you did it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay. All right. Well, then we should we call it a call then?
Ah, perfect.
Good. All right. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Have a good day and evening, respectively.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks all. Bye for now.